Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. My name is TJ Leo, your predictions champion.
And I am the Sweat Cotter, full 2K.
And probably soon to be champion.
Maybe. We'll see.
Double champion.
But that's why we're here, right?
That is why we're here. We got to make sure. We got to check the numbers, as it were. And I'm prepping for my likely defeat with some Smirnoff Berry Blast.
I'm prepping for the results and then maybe prepping for some celebration. Or some sorrow.
You never know. I could pull this one out, but...
Or some sorrow with two. Celebrate with one, sorrow with two, right?
Oh, no. What is it? What's today? Wednesday?
Yes.
It's hump day.
It's Dynamite Day. Maybe I need a third one just to get some Dynamite.
I was going to say. Yeah. Need some more of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have never joined us before, Wrestling Renaissance is all about WWE, NXT, and AEW PLEs and pay-per-views. Before each one, we talk about the build-up to the shows and make our official predictions. And then on subsequent shows like this one, we break down the results, see how we fared in our predictions, and rate each match on the co-op entertainment review scale of 1 to 10. And make sure you've already watched the AEW All Out results show, because that ties into this episode, as all three of the shows that we're reviewing fall into the Predictions Championship defense that I'm taking on. So AEW All Out, we've already done that. And now today we are going to do NXT No Mercy and WWE Wrestlepalooza.
Yes.
And remind me what the average... Do you have the average ratings we had for All Out? I think it was a 6 and a 6.1.
Yep, I had 6 even, and you had 6.1.
Very curious to see how these shows do, because
definitely think we will differ on one of them.
Oh, okay. I'm very interested.
Certain matches on the second one, I think one in particular will be different on, but our average will be somewhat close.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's start off with NXT No Mercy. Top level thoughts. What'd you think of the show?
I thought it was a really good show. They had a lot of different stuff, something for everybody. I always like the venues that they have for NXT when they travel. Mm-hmm. They're small venues, pretty passionate fans. Fans get really loud. They really focus on the in-ring and the storytelling, and I always enjoy watching NXT, whether it's the weekly TV, whether it's the PLEs. They always put on a really good product that I really get into.
Fair enough. I thought it was NXT's weakest PLE in a while. Bearing in mind that I haven't watched NXT for all that long. We only started doing this, 2 or 3 PLEs ago for NXT. So I'm not I used to watch the Black and Gold days, so my brain kind of compares it to back then, but I try to avoid doing that because the NXT Gold and Black and Gold era was just so good. But this era is really good as well. It has some highs and some lows. This particular show, though, I just felt it had some highs, but it had some lows. I'll put it to you that way.
Of the 3 that we've done, this is probably the weakest one overall.
Yeah, definitely for me.
But there were some really good, there were some really good matches that I liked on this one. But yeah, I think of the 3, this was probably the weakest, and I don't mean weakest in a bad way, because I thought it was still pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad show, but in at least in NXT terms, it wasn't a good show for me. But we'll get into the specifics of why as we go through each match. So let's kick things off with the opener, which was Javon Evans versus Josh Briggs. Let's do our rating. As a reminder, the Co-op Entertainment Review Scale is 1 to 10, no points in between. No 8.5s, no 7.2s. You got to pick a number. I'm going to pick a number. But what number am I going to pick? I'm going to put my title down for now, so it's not in my way. All right. I'm ready, sir. Are you?
I'm ready, yep.
Un, deux, trois. Okay, yeah. I toyed with a 6. but I wasn't quite there. Bleacher
No,
Report
I
gave it a
don't
B
either.
plus. They seem to be much more generous than we are. I will say that since we started using Bleacher Report, a B plus would basically be like an 8.5 on our scale. So let's
Eight,
do
probably.
yeah, it's like an 8.5.
Like an A would be
A would be like a
8.
9. 8 plus would be like
Yeah,
a perfect 10. You know.
yeah. A
So
minus
it's
would
like
be like a 8.5. A be a 9.
yeah. So let's quickly review their top moments and takeaways, and then we'll get into our own thoughts on the match. And they only have two real points here. Number one, Evans badly needed this win. As Booker T noted on commentary, he has been in major matches with titles on the line, but has repeatedly failed to win them. This was a watershed moment and one that should set him up to continue to be one of the faces of this incarnation of NXT. Yeah, I agree. He's so good in the ring, but he just keeps losing.
Yes.
And I'm trying to think of somebody who is really good in the ring but loses all the time. And there isn't that many. Like off the top of my head, I can't really think of anyone.
WWE.
Maybe Tyler Breeze. You know, I thought he was really good in the ring, but he was just a jobber for some reason. Apollo Crews, kind of same.
In AEW, I could probably come up with a couple.
Yeah.
But not really in WWE.
No.
Because he's so 50-50 booking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Javon, the biggest drawback that I see in him right now is just he's tall, but he's really lanky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's lean.
He needs to get with Montez Ford, and whether it's a diet, whether it's a workout, whatever Montez Ford did to get his bulky look, Javon Evans might definitely benefit from that, especially when he gets up to the main roster, just to look even bigger.
I think he could overcome that though. Like there's specific people that were not big guys, but because they were so good in the ring, it didn't matter. Like Shawn Michaels, perfect example, right? It's like he was not a big dude by any stretch of the imagination, but he's one of the best of all time. So right. I think Javon could overcome that. I think what he's lacking is just some sort of persona or character. Being bouncy is not a character. I'm sorry. It's just it's a hype word, a not good hype word, by the way. So that's what I think he needs. He needs a bigger than life persona to match his larger than life in ring action. You know, their other point here was that it was a strong match featuring two stars of different styles, had the crowd hot early on as they were invested one way or the other in both of them, building intensity, culminating in Evans' rapid fire cutter combo, putting an exclamation point on things nicely. Yes, this was a good opener, I thought. Shocked that Javon won. Glad he won.
I'm glad he won too. I thought he needed it.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Briggs is starting to become the guy that everyone else beats to look good.
The more I watch Briggs, I guess the more I like him, just in the sense that he's the modern day Baron Corbin. I
was going to say that. That's so funny.
He is not bad in the ring. His fundamentals are there. He's good in the ring. He can work a match with anybody's style. But in the end, he eventually just puts him over, right? Just like
what Baron he's Corbin lacking is exactly what Baron Corbin lacked, which is facial. His facials suck. They're just kind of dry. Like you don't really believe that he believes what he's saying, you know?
Yeah.
But he's decent in the ring. Yeah, Baron Corbin's a great sort of comparison. I completely agree.
As I was watching the match, that's exactly what I thought. You know, Baron Corbin putting over everybody that he put over. Except Briggs never got that little run in NXT like Baron Corbin got when he was a lone wolf.
Right, yeah. Which I thought was Baron Corbin's best gimmick, personally.
Yeah.
The lone wolf gimmick. Probably highlight of the match was the avalanche chokeslam that Javon Evans countered.
Yes.
Landed on his feet. That was pretty impressive and pretty crazy looking.
So I know you don't really watch much TNA, but at their Bound for Glory coming up in a couple weeks, it's going to be Javon Evans against Leon Slater. Which is,
I don't know who that is.
It's essentially the same person as Javon Evans in TNA.
Snap. That should be a good match.
Javon's 21 and Leon Slater's like 20. himself. He's
Uh,
the X Division champion. So I mean, it's going to be basically Javon versus Javon. So
and
that's
Bound for Glory is their WrestleMania, right?
yeah, between Slammiversary and Bound for Glory, those are their two biggest shows. They're
Do you
almost
know
back
when
to
that
back.
show is? The Bound for Glory.
I think it's next weekend.
Do we do a? Do we add it to our prediction show next week?
I mean, we can talk about it. Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about it.
I
Just
mean,
because it's
there's
an NXT crossover, so I'm kind of
yeah.
curious.
I
Maybe
mean,
we should include it.
your Knockouts champion as of this past weekend is a NXT person again, and
Mm-hmm.
of course, Trick Williams is the TNA
He's
World
still
Champion.
TNA champion. Oh
He
my
is still
god,
TNA champion. Yep.
that's so funny.
And he is on, and they're having a next week. Last week it was going to be called Invasion, but this week it's going to be called Showdown.
Yeah, I saw that the Israel pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's going to be Team NXT versus Team TNA, and Trick is on Team NXT.
yeah, I saw the Team NXT is pretty stacked.
Yeah, they are.
Looks pretty damn good. Yeah, yeah. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add about Javon and Briggs?
No, not really. Not really about the match. I'm just wondering how long it's going to be for Javon to be in NXT. We think it's 6 months to a year. We think it's less than 6 months.
Javon is
I
in
think
NXT.
no, how long he's going to be in NXT
Oh,
as opposed to
how long you think
main
he's going to
roster.
move up?
Yeah,
I still think he needs a better persona first. I think he needs some heel moment. You know what I'm saying? Like some growth. Right now, I kind of compare him to like Kofi.
Yeah.
But if you took Kofi's gimmick out back in the day, like if Kofi was just wrestler
No accent
and no accent, that's what Javon Evans kind of is.
Yeah.
I think he needs something extra before he can go up there because I think he would flounder up there right now.
Yeah.
There's already barely enough TV time for some of the mid carders.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it's a good 6 months to a year.
Yeah, and I think he needs to win the NXT championship before he goes. And now that we'll get
there. Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
All
right.
Good match. Briggs, I don't know about much of a future for him on the main roster.
I don't know what he's going to do, man. He's kind of in that rough spot that Baron was in.
Yeah, unless it's in a tag. And I would hate to see that. Just hate to see him brought up just to be in a tag in that tag team division. Unless
maybe get Briggs into TNA. Not literally like release him, but like have him wrestle in TNA more often than NXT. Give him a different roster to face for a bit and then come back.
Yeah.
All right, how's our predictions on this one?
Predictions.
Oh, so just FYI to everybody who is confused. No, we did not do an NXT No Mercy prediction show. The predictions were made behind the scenes via our executive producer, as I've started calling him, Sim31, because Cole was on vacation. So we just texted Sim31 our predictions, and he recorded them. So that's where these predictions are coming from. We also had bonus questions, which we'll talk about as well.
All right. I wish I would have guessed right, but we both thought that Briggs was going to be winning. So we both got 0.
Damn.
So I really don't know why I picked Briggs. I guess maybe I thought just the feud wasn't going to end, but it has kind of ended.
I think I just picked Briggs because it felt like they were trying to build up Briggs to face the champion. That's what it felt like with his whole thing with Opafemi. And then he just really didn't. It just doesn't seem like that's his destiny.
I think he wrestled him after Inamura did. I don't know.
Okay.
As far as the bonus question was it going to be a clean finish? And surprisingly, it was.
Wow.
I said yes, and you said no.
Crap. Deeper into the hole I go.
Oh, so you think? We never reviewed what the final or what the score after All Out
It's
was.
true. All right. Let's do the next up here, which is going to be a little challenging. So we'll talk through this here. So this is Sol Ruca defending her Speed Championship against Lainey Reed. However, at the show, it was revealed that Lainey Reed was injured and unable to compete, but Sol Ruca was still given a Speed Championship defense against Jada Parker.
Yes.
So our prediction is nullified. At least the winner prediction, because the match did not happen. The bonus question we'll get to, though. But let's do a review rating of Sol Ruca and Jada Parker. I gotta think about this one for a sec.
This one's hard for me.
Me too. For a couple of reasons. Mine's a crisp number.
Mine's all right.
You just erased it to try and make it more crisp?
No. I got a little wet spot. On the table in front of me.
Wow. Wait, is that a 6?
No, that's a 9.
Whoa. Okay, I did not expect that.
Told you one of them was going to be a lot different.
I feel some Sol Ruca biasness in this one, but we'll have to.
Don't know what you're talking about. You gave the last one a 7, right? Yeah.
Yes. So this one automatically gets lowered for me because I think the Speed Championship is stupid. It's dumb. You know, if Sol Ruca is going to be in a match, I don't want it to be less than 5 minutes. You know, I want it to be a decently length. I want it to be probably double a Speed Championship match. And I love Jada Parker as well, which also makes me a little frustrated that this was a 5-minute limited match.
Yeah, those two are my favorites. I'm not going to hide it.
They're so good. Yeah, they're so good. They're both so good. With that being said, though, the match was good until the ending, which was a complete clusterfuck of craziness. So basically what happened, Parker delivered her finisher. What's it called? The hip.
Hypnotic, yeah.
But then got distracted by Zarya at ringside. And then Lash Legend came out, who then ducked a spear from somebody, and then Parker got back in the ring and got soul snatched.
Yep, as she was getting in the ring, she got caught the soul snatcher.
Yeah. So Sol Ruca retains the Speed Championship, as if I care, honestly. The Speed Championship is just... It's there's no way that title is going to last another 6 months. They're going to retire that thing. There's no way. Just like, what is the point? I hate it. And it was just kind of messy. And it felt like, how do we protect... Like, I don't even know who it protects, really. It doesn't protect Sol Ruca, because she won with some dirtiness. It doesn't protect Jada, because she got fooled and lost because of that. It made Lash Legend kind of look like a chump at ringside for failing in her task a little bit. I don't know. I just thought it was very weird. I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, it was kind of tough because they're both faces, Jada and Sol.
Yeah.
So it's kind of rough in that aspect. But for me, I really like the psychology in the match. I mean, it was a 5-minute match. The story they told for a 5-minute match, I thought was really good.
The match itself was great. Yeah, everything right up into that point, I was right on board for, and then I was like, oh, okay.
And then I think it's obviously eventually going to end up with Sol and Zarya splitting somehow.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And since then on NXT, Jada and Lash had a match, so I guess to try to settle that out. Yeah, to hash that out, which Jada won.
Oh, interesting.
But I just really like the match. I love a good Sol Ruca match, whether it's
great, man.
Just a 5-minute speed match or a regular ladder match, just a regular match, ladder match. I think she's
the future, no doubt.
Hopefully. I don't know. I kind of want to see her on the main roster, just going against the people up there, but I don't want her to get lost up there. Which I don't think she will.
She's so good. She
is so good.
You know what I see? I see Tiffany Stratton falling away. That's what I see. And Solruka coming in and stealing her spot. Because Stratton's not doing very well up there. She's kind of... I mean, she's been champion for a while, but it doesn't feel like... I don't know. It just kind of feels like she's not really there.
Yeah.
But
I just really liked it. It got down to the last 15 seconds for the match. You thought Jada was going to win, even trying to go back into the ring to, right at the very end, you thought she still had a chance.
Mm.
But that finisher is something that, even though you have to use the ropes to get it, to hit it, she hits it out of nowhere. She really does.
She's the female Randy Orton.
Yeah. So I loved it. I thought it was a really great match.
Yeah. I didn't go over the Bleacher Report findings here. So they gave it a C+, which would be probably like 6-ish.
6,
5
7.
or 6. Yeah. Kind of hard to tell.
For those
I'll have to do some math
6,
on that
7.
and try and figure out what the equals would be, or equivalents would be. Equals. Their top moments and takeaways.
Probably 6. If 5 is average, C+ would probably be just above average.
Just slightly above average.
So probably somewhere around 6.
Yeah.
You know what? Drop mine to 8. I'll go down to 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they had 2 moments and takeaways here. Number 1, the match was a nice showcase for 2 of NXT's homegrown talents, and while the nature of the match demands a rushed product, neither looked to be frazzled and most of their stuff hit. Solruka in particular is main roster ready and should be competing on Raw or SmackDown sooner rather than later. I don't agree with that. Don't rush it. We've seen what happens when you rush it. Look what happened to Tiffany. I feel like Tiffany should have, chilled out in NXT for a little bit longer before she went up, but, to each their own. And I think she needs to win the women's NXT title, and that would be a crime if she doesn't do that. And then Parker and Legend will almost certainly have unfinished business coming out of the show. Well, we already know they had a fight, so they had a match. Okay, predictions. So again, we don't have a prediction for the winner. We just have a bonus question for this one because of the circumstances.
So the bonus question, obviously, was for a regular speed match, or the way they determine the contender for the speed title is a tournament, a 8-person tournament. Those matches are 3-minute time limit, but the title match is always a 5-minute time limit. So, bonus question was over under 4 minutes and 15 seconds for the length of the match. I picked the over, you picked the under.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
I should take a drink every time I lose. All right. Let's get to the next match here, which is the weaponized steel cage match, Jordynne Grace versus Blake Monroe. Let's do our rating. This one's interesting to rate. I'm between 2. Which one do I go with? 1, 2, 3. All right. We're close on there. All right. Let's do Bleacher Report before I forget. They gave it a B+. So basically your rating. All right, moments and takeaways here. The crowd started cooler than one would expect, but it would nicely built until the crowd ate up the finish. This was Blake Monroe. Bake Monroe. This was Blake Monroe's most memorable match to date, and that can be attributed to its creative nature. Even dating back to her days in AEW, she has been at her best when she is involved in the more wild, chaotic, and hardcore matches. This was no different, thanks to some inventive spots and an exclamation point of a finish. I'm going to read through some of the match highlights here that they've written down just to kind of go over it, because it's kind of quite a few things happened in this match. So early on, the Juggernaut attempted to utilize a steel man. It's that alcohol. The steel chair, but I know I'm a cheap date, man. The Juggernaut attempted to utilize a steel chair, but her damaged hand slowed her down. Monroe introduced a kendo stick and unloaded on Grace, who fired up and gave her a taste of her own medicine, followed by a spine buster on the aforementioned chair. A blind charge into the chair, sandwiched in the corner, halted Grace's momentum and allowed Blake to seize control of the contest. The Glamour sandwiched her opponent's injured hand in the cage, actively targeting it. The heel trapped Grace in the ropes with a hairdryer, which, why was there a hairdryer?
It was in the trash can with all the other beauty stuff.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. Who then proceeded to cut her hair in brackets, extensions.
Yes.
That wasn't her hair. They were so perfectly curled. They look like curly fries from Arby's. Like, I looked at that hair and I was like, I don't know. That doesn't look real to me. But it was an interesting moment in the match.
Definitely.
Driven by rage, the former TNA Knockouts champion punished her opponent with a barrage of clotheslines, then tripped her up on the ropes and delivered a Samoan drop to the mat below. She laid into her with a weightlifting belt, but Monroe recovered and sent Grace face first into a trash can, and then drop kicked the babyface into the cage, then followed with a running knee. Looking to continue the pain and suffering of her opponent, Blake Monroe unloaded a bag of diamonds onto the mat, which was interesting, only to suffer a fisherman buster on top of them herself. Grace shoved the hair Monroe had cut earlier into Monroe's mouth, then set her up on the top rope. The Glamour ducked out of harm's way, hung Grace in the trio woe, and trapped her in a trash can, and then double stomped her. That was a cool spot. And then moments later, with a table set up down below, they scaled the cage, and Monroe hurled a handful of powder into Grace's eyes. But the Juggernaut delivered an air raid crash that drove the heel through a table and earned her the victory. Your winner, Grace.
Jordan Grace. Now, it did look like Jordan caught most of that table.
Yeah, they jumped a little far, but it still looked nasty though.
Oh yeah, it still looked nasty.
Yeah, she protected. It may have been she was just protecting.
Oh yeah,
Monroe.
Yeah,
Who
for
knows?
sure.
But yeah, it was a good match.
I thought it was a really good match.
Yeah.
Obviously, absent was blood.
Yeah, that kind of took away. I mean, it didn't take anything away from it, but it's such a contrast between Monroe's matches in AEW. You know, they were brutal.
Yeah, that last one she had, especially that Hollywood ending match, was just
with
absolutely,
Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see something like that, and then she goes to WWE and she has this match, it's like,
But
okay.
I mean, the thing with that, they never really graded the face across the cage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and obviously, if someone's going to bleed, it's generally going to be from the head, right?
Yeah.
But they never really put did anything to the head.
Yeah, they didn't do the cheese grater.
Should have bled. Yeah, the cheese grater, the face across the cage, anything like that. You know, any kind of blood would have been incidental from the fake diamonds in the back or kendo stick welts or something like that.
I'm trying to think, has WWE ever had a women's match where they bleed? I don't think they have yet.
Not on purpose.
No. Yeah, on purpose. Because obviously, Becky Lynch had her nose busted and stuff like that.
Jade just last weekend on SmackDown.
Didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that? Oh yeah, she got her face stuffed in the corner steps and a nice, nasty gash. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I remember people blaming Nia for that and stuff. I didn't see it. Though.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as this match, I mean, I thought it was good. They had some creative spots with weapons.
It's so funny to me how every time they do a bag in these matches in WWE, they're no longer tacks. It's always something else. I think we had Lego at one point. We had the beads. Now we have diamonds.
Diamonds.
Some tacks are just gone. They're just like, no, we're not doing tacks anymore.
Yeah, we're not doing tacks.
Which,
I know in AEW one time, because they were in Vegas, they had dice.
Right, dice, yeah.
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 And of course, diamonds, because it's
the Glamour.
Monroe.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you see these two going now?
I think
were either of them on NXT this week?
Honestly, I don't know. I really didn't watch it.
Let me do a quick check.
I know a lot of NXT this week was built around building a
right
Showdown. I guess they're calling it now.
Mm.
Next week. But I would assume that there's going to be some kind of a blow-off match, a rubber match, if you will, because they're 1-1 in the series.
Oh. How could they get any crazier than a
I don't.
weaponized steel?
Look at Darby Allin and John Moxley. They just went from a coffin match to a I Quit match.
I mean, AEW is a whole nother beast.
They are a beast.
Yeah, it looks like neither of them were on NXT this week.
Actually, I think I remember seeing that Jordan was on it because she had a new haircut. But not anything to do with Blake, I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't. Neither of them are even mentioned in the results page.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have been anything significant. Maybe they were out there for the brawl at the end.
Yeah, they could have been out there for the brawl at the end.
Yeah, it looks like there was a brawl between NXT and TNA. Which is interesting that Grace would be out there, being a former TNA person. You know, it feels interesting. I see Sol Ruka in there, but I don't see...
Sol's going to be on the team NXT.
Nice.
Yes, very nice. I always like me a good Sol Ruka on my TV.
Listen, we already had the Sol Ruka match. Stop drooling. All right, how'd we do on predictions?
Predictions. All right. By the way, for that match, I did pick Sol. Just saying. So I would have won.
Oh, I see. I don't remember what I picked.
You didn't pick Sol.
Oh, okay. So
yeah. So I'm mad at you for that.
I survived.
Speaking of, based on their previous match, I thought Jordan was going to win, and for some reason,
my God,
you thought Blake was going to win.
It's going well. It's going well, guys. All right, next match.
No. Bonus question.
God,
could we forget the bonus question?
Could we end my torture?
So this was a TJ. Will you please remind the viewers what type of match was this?
A weaponized steel cage.
All right. Bonus question. Over under 4.5 weapons. How many?
Let's count the ones I mentioned. So we have a hair dryer. Had the scissors count? I guess the scissors count.
I mean, they were used.
Kendo stick, steel chair, table.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was over 4.5. Yeah. That's for sure.
In order, kendo stick.
He wrote that down.
The chair, the spine buster on the chair does count, right?
Oh yeah, I'd say so. It's using a weapon. Yeah.
The trash can. The trash can was
the trash can.
Now, do you count the lid separate, or is that part of the trash can?
Okay. I would say that's part of the trash.
All right. I didn't count it either. So trash can with lid, the hair dryer, scissors, the powder.
Oh, yeah, the powder.
And the table.
Is that 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So the over would have been the safe bet, the correct one. However, we both picked the under.
Yeah, you know what I pictured when I got that question was 4 walls. And I'm picturing like the elimination chamber where they did the weapons. So I'm thinking 1 weapon on each wall. That's why I was like, it's got to be under.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking weapons inside the trash can.
Yeah, me either.
That was already in there.
Now we go into the next match, which was the NXT North American Championship / Canadian Championship. Ethan Page defending against Tavion Heights.
I think we go on to the next match.
Yeah.
After this.
Don't hold back, TJ. Don't hold back.
Uh-oh. Remember,
we might.
Ethan is Canadian.
Yeah, well, we might significantly disagree on this one. Kind of interested. 3, 2, 1.
Oh wow!
Oh, you saw the 3. Okay.
Yeah, I finally saw the 3.
This is a delayed reaction. Bleacher Report gave it a B. Crazy.
Yikes.
I don't understand why. Top moments and takeaways from Bleacher Report. The match was fine and Heights worked hard. Timing is still something he will have to work on, but he's clearly a better worker than he was before his time in Japan. Page meshed well with him and was the right choice to go over. NXT's ability to cross over with TNA and AAA makes it an intriguing brand to follow. It would be unstoppable if the creative would be more consistent. So I had a number of problems with this match. Number one, Tavion? Okay, like, why? I understand that they have to start building some more male talent because they really kind of are lacking in male talent in NXT, at least new male talent. But Tavion just kind of strikes me as somebody who should be on LFG, not NXT. Like, I'm sorry, but he's got the personality of a door.
What kind of door? A French door? Closet door?
Closet door?
A non-locking door?
What's the most boring door you can possibly think of? Bathroom One of those like door. 70s wooden doors that have no detailing on them, and they're like
the tavern style door.
Yeah, just nothingness. You know, like no offense to Tavion, you're just a blank slate. There's nothing to you. You know, here's something that I will say that will put in perspective how I feel about this guy. I would rather see Chris Island in this match. I'm more interested in Chris Island than Tavion Heights. I just am. And Ethan Page, there was just no credibility whatsoever that this match deserved to be on a PLE. This was something that should have been on regular NXT television, not even as a main event, just as like a opener for a show. Like no one believed that Tavion was going to win this. It was just because of that. It was boring. It was just boring. I'm if they did a good job, I wouldn't have noticed because I just didn't care. Like
yeah.
You know how we've said that there's like, especially in AEW, where there's like levels of interest. You know, like especially with like the Mercedes Moné situation, where it's like, of course she's not going to lose. This is another step below that, where it's like I just no interest in this match whatsoever. Didn't belong on a PLE. And then the confusing thing after with this random AAA wrestler who I've never heard of, which isn't anything against him, but like
Dr. Wagner Jr.
That's a long name. He appears on the video screen and then threatens to come after the North American Championship. And it's like, so we had a match. Let me get this straight, just so I'm clear. We had a match where nobody believed that he was a threat to Ethan Page's reign as North American champion.
Don't say nobody.
Did you believe Tavion would win?
We'll get to the predictions after you get done talking.
Did I say Tavion? I better not have said Tavion.
Maybe.
I swear to God, if I wrote Tavion, I'm gonna snap. And then you end this match with just this complete I'm not gonna say he's a nobody. I'm sure in AAA he's big, but you open it with this, or you end it with this guy who's no one in NXT has probably ever heard of, who to me is like, oh great, here's another match where there's no chance Ethan Page is gonna lose. He's not going to lose the North American Championship to a AAA guy. It's just, I don't believe it. So now, you know, it was like, here's your match where you didn't believe he was going to win. And now, just so you can look forward to it again, here's a tease for when you can see Ethan Page win again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, like, whose bright idea was this? It's bad booking, I think.
You just didn't like it. I said, you just didn't like it.
Oh, no, I didn't like it at all. Yeah, nope.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing memorable about the match at all.
No.
I used to really, really like Tavion, but he just doesn't have the personality, and his matches just have made me not like him as much anymore. I used to be really high on him. Now I'm not.
I broke out my phone and was playing Royal Kingdom during this match because I was so bored.
I just tuned out. I honestly don't even remember the ending.
Tavion applied a sleeper on the top rope, but Page fought out and delivered a power slam to the mat below, and then he transitioned seamlessly, delivered a twist of fate, and scored the victory.
I don't understand why he used a twist of fate as a finisher.
It's a good question. Has he always done that in NXT?
Yeah, I think so.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Very unoriginal. But
I
yeah, I
have
mean,
nothing more to say.
just match was just there. It was average at best, so gave it a 5.
Okay. All right, let's get to the
Hopefully,
predictions. And I swear to God, if I pick Tavion, I will just end myself live on camera.
wow,
I
you'll just
swear to
throw
God,
your belt in the trash, right?
I will set it on fire.
All right. So, you ready?
I'm
What
a
kind of
little
lead up?
afraid now.
What kind of lead up do you want to this?
Just slip my wrists and get over with. Yay!
You were most confident in it. I thought they would finally pull the switch on Tavion. I thought they would.
I mean, I
Alas,
don't
they
blame you,
didn't.
but I just
I thought
wow, I
that's
made
what
up some
they've
ground
been
on
trying
that
to build
one.
up for.
Damn.
Bonus question. Always the bonus question. Who was going to be the first to attempt a pin? Obviously, I had to go back and rewatch it to
Yeah, I
see
was gonna say I
because
have
I
no
just
clue.
really didn't care. Even when I was rewatching it, I lost interest in it.
Lost track. Like,
So,
wait, did he go for a pin yet?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the first one I remember seeing once I started watching it was by Ethan Page.
Hey, I made up 7 points on that match. Damn.
I picked Savion, you picked Ethan.
Cheers to that. Damn.
Yeah, you picked,
That's a
you
huge
picked
comeback
up the
on that
Canadian.
one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paige.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Wow, I can't believe that. That's crazy.
So El Hijo del
Dr. Wagner Jr.
Dr. Wagner. So in Spanish, that all that translates to is the son of Dr. Wagner.
Hmm.
So his dad was lucha legend, lucha Dr. Wagner. So
Dr.
that's all
Wagner.
that. Yeah. So that's all that translates to. El Hijo de Vikingo. You know him?
Oh,
That's the son of Vikingo. Dominic Mysterio, El Hijo de Rey Mysterio. That would be him.
So they just call him Dr. Wagner Jr., I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And
pretty much.
Never heard Vikingo Jr. referred to with a junior in his name, though.
They just kind of shorten it to Vikingo.
Vikingo.
But yeah, that's basically all that means. The son of.
Gotcha.
His lineage is important in AAA like that.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's very true. All right, let's get to the penultimate main event, which was Jacy Jayne defending her NXT championship against Lola Vice. Let's do a rating. I have a crisp number. Crispy.
I'm ready.
3, 2. Bleacher Report gave it a B, so they agree with moments and takeaways from Bleacher Report. Jacy Jayne does not get enough credit for the asset that she is for the women's division in NXT. She's a veteran competitor, holds her own against any opponent, and delivers the character work that is oh so important in WWE. She was vital to the success of this match and was the perfect heel to combat the hometown hero, Vice. I agree. I don't disagree with that statement. A strong match that earned the "This is awesome" chants from the fans. This exceeded expectations and highlighted the fact that Vice is ready to be champion sooner rather than later. Obviously, I don't quite agree with that. I thought this match was fine. It was above average. I really like Jacy Jayne. I think she needs a little bit more seasoning, but I think she's really good. Lola Vice, I'm not as sold on.
Really?
She's fine. She's good. My problem with Lola is basically the same problem I have with quite a few NXT people, and I've already said this once or twice today, is I don't get much of a persona from her. I don't really understand her as a character. I don't really feel like she kind of just she's just like Javon Evans, where it's like she's a wrestler. But I need more than that. You know?
So I don't think they played it on the PLE. Maybe on the pre-show, if it was on the pre-show, or on NXT last week. They played a really good video package on her and her story, which may be something that could have helped you form an opinion on her character.
Yeah.
Being born in Cuba, coming over, and she used to be. I don't think she was UFC. She was Strikeforce or
Okay,
something.
she was an
I mean,
MMA
yeah,
artist.
she was MMA.
Interesting.
Won some fights. I don't think she won a title, but yeah, she definitely highlighted her character and her growth and
I'll have
her
to check that out.
story. Yep.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out because I just, I think her entrance just needs some work. It's kind of just plain Jane.
Just some salsa music coming out, shaking her butt, and getting in the ring. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like that entrance doesn't differentiate her from like Summer. What was her name?
Summer Rae.
Yeah, like I'm just like, okay, it's just a salsa girl dancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like like that entrance and that persona does not do her justice if she has this history of MMA and being born in Cuba and like there's so much more there to me than, oh look, it's the girl who comes out doing salsa dancing. Like it's just like it was just like Fandango where I'm like, no.
Yeah.
This is not a gimmick that makes me care. So it's nothing really against her. It's just they need more character work, more better entrances. I mean, entrances right now are pretty bad in general, but
yep.
But I thought it was a decent match. I just wasn't completely thrilled by it, and I think the ending kind of threw me off a little bit, where this masked woman interferes in the match, and normally when that happens, they take off the mask.
Yes.
After they do that, but she just disappeared, and I was like, okay, so I guess what they're going for is watch NXT to see if you find out who it is. Whereas, like, for me, in the way that I watch these shows, is this is a premium live event, so I should get the answer to that question.
Yeah, normally something like that, you would get the answer to it.
Yeah.
Right away.
So, do you know if the mystery person was revealed on NXT on TV?
I don't believe so.
So this is something they're going to stretch out.
Yeah,
basically.
something they're going to stretch out.
This person's going to ruin Lola's life for the next probably 3 months or something like that, and then finally reveal who she is, which is fine. I just not a fan of not getting answers at a PLE. I shouldn't be left with questions at a PLE. I should get answers at a PLE.
Hopefully we'll find out next week, and I'm sure like at Halloween Havoc, their next PLE, that will have a match between Lola and whoever it is.
The rumors were saying it was Lainey Reed, which is weird because she's injured and she was in that speed match, or was supposed to be in that speed match. So
right.
I'm not really
why would
sure.
She voluntarily give up her spot after winning a tournament?
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
No.
Unless Lola took her out. But why would she take her out of a match that she wasn't involved in? So it's just weird.
Yeah.
So it could be like Lainey Reed or whatever her name is, but like it just seems strange to me. Yeah, I don't have much else to say.
It was a good match. I mean, like that report said, JC is really undervalued, underappreciated.
Yeah.
Since she
it
won
took
the
us
title,
some time to warm up to her.
A long time for me. I mean, I always kind of considered her the third wheel of both factions. Well, not of both factions, but of
Fatal Influence or
Toxic Attraction. Yeah, with Gigi and Mandy.
Now she's the leader.
And
she's the only one left.
Yeah, well, Fallon Henley. But I really didn't see her as a leader of a faction like that. But she's done good. Yeah, so I'm interested to see where she goes with that title after this.
Yeah. Who does she face? I don't know.
Is she Blake?
Was she on NXT this week? Like, was anyone on NXT this week?
She was, because she was the team captain for.
Oh, I see. So she's just getting involved in that.
Team NXT. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Predictions.
Oh, where's my sheet? There's my sheet. Lola even flew her family in, or Lola's family was even there. So I definitely thought Lola was going to be and especially after that video package last week. I thought Lola was going to take it, but you picked JC.
Not going down without a fight, man.
No.
Not going down without a fight.
You could be winning.
Nah, I still don't think so. But we'll see.
You never know.
It could be one of the closest we've ever had, or it could be one of the widest margins. Who knows?
3
Lost track at
shows.
this point. 3 shows. It's a lot.
With Fallon being there, you knew Fallon was going to be there. You knew she would kind of get involved. Would she be ejected? Was the bonus question. Would Fallon Henley get ejected from the match?
And she did.
She did.
Yeah.
I said yes, and you said no.
Ugh, momentum gone.
Well, you just got a 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 points up on me between the last 2 matches. So
yeah, not doing too bad. Made a little comeback. All right, let's get to the main event, which was Femi defending his NXT championship against Ricky Saints. It's 2-hour rating.
Wow, I'm looking at the average so far.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, not too far off. Bleacher Report gave it a B+. As usual, they are higher than us. They've never been lower than us, that's for sure. All right, Bleacher Report, top moments and takeaways. Ricky Saints overcame the ruler to win the match and the title, resorting to technique and opportunity to best him. The match was solid, even if the finish felt like it could have been a bit more emphatic. We'll get to more of that in a second. This felt like a passing of the torch, as if Obafemi is about to make a jump to the main roster. If so, he's earned his status as one of the great NXT champions in the brand's history. Okay, so I felt like this was a match that could go either way, but for some reason that didn't translate into me being super interested in this match. When I was watching it, I was kind of like, just kind of waiting for Obafemi to win.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of one of those situations. But then he wins, but then Ricky Saints wins with 2 DDTs.
Essentially a tornado DDT is the last thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of went, wait, what? It felt almost like Taker losing his streak. I was like, wait, that's it? Okay. If that's how you want to end Obafemi's reign, by having 4 DDTs take him in, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, I mean, it was a clean win, which is interesting as well. So, you know, clearly they are putting all bets on Ricky, which is fine, because I like Ricky. But that's how you have him lose?
Essentially your most dominant champion.
Yeah. In a long time.
Probably ever.
In NXT history, at least. Yeah. It just felt flat. That ending was just bad.
And you know what? Drop mine to a 6, too.
Yeah, like, the match was fine, but the ending just kind of sucked the air out of the place. It was just kind of like, that's how you end his streak? Like, really? You couldn't think of anything more than just having Ricky Saints focus on Oba's head and just. It's not like it's not like a Brock Lesnar match where he F5'd him 8 times. You know, he DDT'd him. Yeah, we'll get there. He DDT'd him 4 times throughout the match, twice in the finish. So it's not like it just could have been like more emphasized that the head was the target and he was beating his head in, basically.
So do you blame commentary for that, or do you?
No, I blame the match. I blame the producer of the match for that. If that was the idea, was that Obafemi is not someone that you can take down with a finisher because he's so beast mode, right? Then the story of the match should have been Ricky focusing on Oba's head. And then, like, as the match is going and getting deeper and deeper in the match, Oba starts to, like, get a little wobbly. You know what I'm saying? Like, he starts to, like, he's, like, feeling his head. He's shaking his head. He's having issues, right?
He starts to sell the head.
Yeah, he starts to sell it, right? Like, because he didn't do that and because that wasn't part of the story of the match, those DDTs didn't feel like they had any impact. So when he won with 2 DDTs, The whole place was just like, what? I think it was just badly produced. I think that's kind of what it comes down to me anyway. Like I can see what the idea was, but they just didn't do enough to sell that.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that's Obafemi's fault. I don't feel like it was Ricky Saint's fault. I feel like it was whoever produced the match's fault. It's like you should have been like drilling it into these guys. Like you got to sell that head, Ricky. You got to beat the shit out of his head. Like it's got to be a thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't really understand. I really don't understand. But I do believe that he's probably going to be brought up to the main roster now, which I have mixed feelings on. I feel like he could get lost, like you had fears with Sol Ruka.
Well, I'm kind of torn. I do want to see him up there, but I don't want to see him debut until the Royal Rumble.
I was going to say the exact same thing. We are connected.
I mean,
right here.
I said a few months ago, I think the perfect debut for him is a Royal Rumble. He comes in the first 10, eliminates like 10, 11 people, doesn't have to make it to the final four, but he just has a completely dominant showing to where he doesn't have to break the record of the most eliminations, but eliminate double digits, eliminate 10 people, have a dominant showing, and then have like 2 or 3 people push him out. And then he can go out, then he can go after whoever eliminated him, whether it's Ciampa, whether it's Miz, who everybody faces coming up out of NXT.
Yeah, right.
Or, whoever. Priest.
I had a very similar idea.
Something like that.
I put, in my mind, I pushed him higher than that. I was going to say have Lesnar in the Rumble dominate for like 5 minutes, and then Obafemi comes out. They have a stare down, and Obafemi is able to best Lesnar out of the ring.
I mean, I would not be against that.
Yeah, and that could set up Lesnar Oba at WrestleMania.
Oh, it's too early for Oba.
Do you think? I mean, it could be the perfect thing where it's like he wins against Lesnar, and that's like, shit. We got a new big boy. Like that could be a star-making moment. It could be. It's risky. Oh, definitely not. Like, would it work? I think it would work. I do like your idea though, having him just dominate. But I think having him face Lesnar instead in the ring would be more of a connect the dots kind of a thing. But either way, they got to bring him up at the Rumble and be dominant. The second people hear that music and he does the like,
yeah,
man, it's in Saudi. God damn it!
I know, right?
Fuck you, Saudi. God damn it! That just ruins that whole situation for me.
I know. That's why I hate that debut. But it's in Saudi. You're going to have to watch it.
Yeah, I am going to watch it. I'm going to be pissed off the whole time watching. I'm still not watching WrestleMania, though. Fuck WrestleMania 43. I'm not watching it. I don't care.
Side note, I'm not going to be watching Crown Jewel live.
Oh, okay.
Because that's, 8 o'clock in the morning? I'll be at work.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Fuck that. No, I'll be sleeping. I don't get up to... I get up at like 8:30. I'm not going to wake up and instantly turn on wrestling.
I remember
my brain would not be able to handle it.
Perth show was at like 6 in the morning or something like that. Eastern.
Shit.
Chamber last year.
No thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match was just kind of fine. It was fine. Bad ending. I'm happy for Ricky. Ricky will do really well as champion. And it'll kind of open the door for more championship matches where you think someone else will win, which is nice.
Yeah.
What happened to your camera? No,
I don't know.
Your camera's fine. No, your camera's fine. The layout just kind of hickey.
It was definitely odd seeing Ricky win. I did not think he'd win on his first try.
Me either.
Did not think he'd win.
I also kind of understand that they need to start making other stars, and Oba was kind of doing the Roman Reigns thing where no one was allowed to get over. No one was allowed to rise to that level because there was a guy sitting there, Like, if it wasn't for Roman Reigns, LA Knight would probably be champion by now.
Thank God for Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
I will acknowledge my tribal chief for that.
that's funny. But yeah, similar situation. But congrats to Ricky Saints. And if Oba's coming up to the roster, I really hope he waits to the Rumble.
Yeah, but I just don't want to not see him for that long.
I'm okay with it. Have him take a break. You know, have him chill. Have him get jacked to shit over the next couple of months, and then show up at the Rumble just Obafemi God mode.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think it would be cool, and I think people would also wonder, you know, as the weeks leading up to the Rumble, if he's gone for that long, people would be like, "Where's Oba? Where is he? Is he going to be at the Rumble?"
Oba versus.
I'm over Omos.
Come on.
Just because you're 9 feet tall doesn't give you talent. I'm sorry.
You didn't see Omos versus Microman, did you?
No, I didn't.
Wow. Microman came up to maybe his knee.
Wow. That sounds like a great match.
Yeah, it was great.
Could have just...
Well, it wasn't those two in a match, but they were in the Battle Royal.
Okay.
At the last Triple Mania.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. How do we do on...
Oh, shoot. Predictions. I already have
predictions for
my sheet.
Oba and Ricky.
Well, neither one of us thought that it was Ricky's turn yet. That thought it was Oba's time to lose yet. I bet 6. I was most confident on this one, and you only bet 1, but we both missed. So I missed my 6. Yeah.
Well, that's the only hope I have of making a comeback at this point. Let's see if I can maintain that. All right.
Bonus.
Bonus.
Bonus. Was there going to be any outside interference? Be it from a returning or from a debut person? No, there wasn't. At least I got that right. And you did not. So I still ended up with 1 on the match. You ended up with nothing on the match.
All right. It's time to move on from NXT and oversea to WWE.
Oh, we need the rating.
Overall your average rating.
Yeah.
Did it beat AEW All Out? That's the question. I'm pretty sure it did. 6 and a 6.1. Will it beat it? I keep jumping the gun today. You're keeping me on track. I appreciate that.
I am. So you said you thought it would be better than All Out?
I would be shocked if it's less than a 6.1 for me. But maybe.
6.83 for me and 5.67 for you. It was the 3. It was the
that 3 and the 9
that did it for you.
Yeah. Okay, well, actually, you know what? That doesn't actually surprise me. AEW had more matches, so the average was going to probably be easier to get a higher average there.
Of note for me, every woman's match got an 8 for me.
There you go. Yeah, the women are just kicking ass. And
the women kind of carry that show right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully definitely. Now with Oba maybe not being quite as dominant, or the champion not being quite as dominant, more of the men's stories and more of the men's matches will be a little bit more emotionally investing to think they might lose. But definitely the women are by far the focal point and carrying point of NXT.
All right, let's get into Wrestlepalooza. High-level thoughts.
A multi-billion-dollar production with every kind of production feature you could ever want, whether it's video packages, whether it's lights and lasers in the show, pyro
during the intro.
Yes. I mean, Brock's, Cody's, just so much pyro, so much production value, so much money put in production. It was kind of gross.
Yeah, it was an overproduced, money flaunting pile of hot garbage.
I mean, I know it was ESPN's first foray into wrestling, live wrestling, PLE. I wonder if going forward it's going to be like that too, but it was basically a big kind of circle jerk of, aren't we great?
Yeah.
And the matches,
it was gross.
Well, maybe weren't so great.
And Triple H, hyping the event, said, expect many surprises. How many did we get?
Oh, you'll see in our ratings what the surprise is, whether the show lived up to the hype. It was definitely hyped up to be something huge.
Yeah, they were comparing this to be like a WrestleMania level event.
Yes.
Let's see how they did.
With 5 matches.
With 5 matches, somehow. Gonna live up to WrestleMania. All right. Let's get into this. I'm not gonna be nice today. I'm not feeling nice.
Are you ever?
I'm gonna be harsher than normal on this. So prep your butt, as I was quoted as saying one time. Prep your butt. All right. The show, surprisingly, although maybe not surprisingly for Cole, because you called this, going up against AEW.
I thought it was going to be the mixed tag.
Oh, no. On our show, yeah, I think you said it was. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. I thought you said it was going to be this one.
Nope. I thought it was going to be the mixed tag. I thought this was
Return of AJ.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. So surprisingly, the opening match was John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Let's do our rating. I don't need to think hard about this at all.
And this is the one that I thought, when I mentioned at the very beginning, that we were going to be far apart on.
Yeah, I think we will be.
Okay.
I think we'll be very far apart. Unless we both agree, in which case, I will give you a high five.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
This could be a moment of epicness.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. You son of a bitch. My lowest rating.
Ever.
My lowest rating since we started the show. Never given a 1. All right, let's look at the Bleacher Report here. We'll get into this in a second.
For every reason you gave it a 1 is why I gave it an 8.
Probably. So they gave it a C, which would be, I think we said about a 5.
Well, closer to you. Or closer to me.
Closer to you. Top moments and takeaways. The cameras cut Tyrese Halliburton sitting at ringside. His jaw dropped. It was an apropos expression given the fact that so much of WWE has been centered around Cena's retirement tour, only for the company to run back the SummerSlam 2014 main event. This was a carbon copy, albeit shorter, of the aforementioned 2014 jaw dropper. There was no real reason to run that match back beyond reestablishing Lesnar as a badass, something everyone is already familiar with. Cena was undeniably one of the selling points of the show, and unless the story moving forward is a gradual decline leading to his last match, which would be absurd, there was no need for a replay of the match, of a match fans were all too familiar with and no longer carried the same effect it did over a decade ago. Basically, what this match was a squash. Lesnar, I think Cena got in 3 moves.
He got in 3 F5s. Oh, no, FUs, attitude adjustments, whatever you want to call them.
Okay, so if you count the shoulder blocks, and I don't, did he get a 5-knuckle shuffle in? I think he may have. So let's say he got 6 moves in the whole match. And Lesnar got in 6.
2 suplexes.
Yeah, a couple of suplexes,
couple
some
knees.
Germans, some knees, some punches, some beatdowns, and that was it. That was the whole match. So it was exactly what Bleacher Report said. It was a carbon copy, shorter version of the 2014 SummerSlam match where he just dominated Cena. And why? That's my question. Why?
Why? Because that's going to be my prediction. That's going to be Cena's last match. Is beating.
Oh, you think they're going to have a rematch to?
Yep. I think it'll be. I think he'll beat Brock Lesnar in his last match.
If they do that, okay, I guess. Do I want to see Lesnar as his final opponent?
I don't either.
Not even remotely close do I want to see Lesnar as his final opponent.
That's the only way that this makes sense.
Yeah. Which is why I don't think it will happen, because WWE's creative is so bad right now.
Come on.
It's just so terrible. If it is, okay, I'll give him credit. But it's credit in a way where I don't think it's a good... I still don't think it's good creative. Lesnar, like... It would make more sense to me if Cena had never beat Lesnar in his career. Then I would be like, okay, that's a great way of going out, as a retirement match, is finally beating the opponent that you never beat. That would be cool. But it's not like Cena hasn't beat Lesnar before. He's beaten him several times.
Yeah, he's beaten him a couple times.
So it's like, really? I just don't. I watched this and I was like what's Lesnar going to do now? Is Lesnar just going to sit there and do nothing for the next 3 months until Cena's back? And if he doesn't, then this was all for what?
Right.
No reason whatsoever. None. Unless he shows up at Crown Jewel for some reason, which seems unlikely at this point because it's next week. And
it's
then
Australia. It's a long way to fly him out for a
Canada to Australia. Yeah.
For a non-advertised appearance.
And I just don't see him on Saturday night's main event. Lesnar seems like a guy who would go to, some big events. I mean, this was a big event because it was ESPN's outing, so I'm sure they were willing to pay a premium to have Brock Lesnar there. He'll probably be in Saudi for the Royal Rumble because, again, they'll probably pay a premium to have him there. He'll be at WrestleMania because of the you know what I'm saying? Like, Saturday night's main event, I just don't see him there.
The price they're charging for tickets, though?
Yeah, apparently it's ridiculous. But it's also Cena's last match, so you kind of expect that, I guess.
I mean, surprised it's not on the White House lawn.
Maybe it will be.
It would be
TKO's already doing that.
With the UFC, yeah.
Yeah, this match was a terrible way to start off the show.
Terrible way to start off the show, yes. But I thought that's what the match should have been. Just realistically, there's no way Lesnar should lose to anybody. Realistically. Unless they get some kind of lucky shot in.
Yeah. I think I'm just tired of Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean,
to be honest with you,
you can drop mine to a 7.
I'm influencing guys. That's twice now. I don't know. This is not what I wanted to start the show. This was going to be bad no matter what, because if they started the show like this, it deflates the crowd for the show, so it was bad. And if they ended the show like this, people would be like, "Really? That was the main event?" Although that problem happened anyway, but we'll get to that in a minute. So this was just bad. I found no redeeming qualities for this personally. I was baffled. It's like, okay, here we go again. The Lesnar dominates everyone train. Cool.
Lesnar should dominate everyone, though.
Doesn't make it entertaining, though.
I do like Lesnar. So maybe there's a little bit of bias in there, but I mean,
I have nothing against Lesnar. I think he is entertaining. I do agree he is entertaining. But this was not entertaining to me. This was boring. I was just like, okay, I feel like I've seen this before. Oh, wait.
I have.
9 years ago. 11 years ago.
11, yeah. I like it. You won't make me drop it anymore, though.
That's fine. I'm not going to get you anywhere near a 1.
No. And I don't think I'm going to get you even up to a 2.
Nope. No, I hated this. I was mad. If you rewind, right? If rewind as to Cena announces his retirement, at no point did I think, you know what would be great? If Lesnar came back and squashed him, that'd be fucking great as one of his retirement matches. Like, he's only got so many dates, and you waste it on a squash match. Okay, whatever.
How many have been wasted on R-Truth?
1.
2.
He's faced R-Truth twice?
He had a Saturday Night's Main Event against him. I think.
Twice?
1?
I know he faced him once.
Yeah.
I know he faced him once. Well, he's only faced Cody twice, to my knowledge, during his retirement tour. But like every other match was entertaining. Like the R-Truth match was entertaining. We both talked about it and we were like, this was kind of funny. This was not entertaining to me. I don't know. I don't. We're not going to agree, and that's fine. That's part of the show. But this just wouldn't be on my bucket list of things to see for John Cena's retirement.
I mean, it probably wouldn't have been high either. I mean, and obviously we didn't expect it because of everything surrounding Lesnar and the company.
Fully expected him to come back and lose. You got to pay your dues for being in the dumps, so to speak. I mean, I guess Vince era's over there. I guess.
I mean, we haven't gotten any of the Cena matches that we wanted. I mean, we wanted Randy.
Yeah, we got Randy. Randy was great.
We got Randy.
That was probably his second best match in his retirement tour.
Logan. I really
I didn't like the
Logan
one.
match.
I think his best one was with Cody, the second one, where he lost the title. Even though the booking was stupid, the match was amazing. And then honestly, his Elimination Chamber match was great too.
I like the lead up into the Logan one. With the promo battles
it was
between the
good
two.
build up. Yeah.
Those were the best promos that Cena cut.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So yeah, Logan. Yeah. I think the Crown Jewel one is going to be great. AJ was a match that I would have, that I would have wanted to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's still.
We'll talk about that next week on our Crown Jewel predictions.
The Sami Zayn match was okay.
Cena faced Sami Zayn? Why don't I remember that?
Yeah, it was on SmackDown, a U.S. title when Sami brought back the U.S. Open Challenge.
Yeah, that was before Cena was champion.
That was after Cena was champion. That was just like a month ago.
Wow. Oh yeah, you're right.
When Brock made a return.
Yeah, that was
after
that was pretty good.
After like the 20-something minute match when Brock came out and laid them both out.
Right. Yeah, that was a good match.
And unfortunately, it did not F5 Sami all the way to AEW.
AEW.
Yeah.
# running joke.
Yes.
All right, let's get to predictions before we continue to bash more WWE creative.
All right, predictions. Based on my rating, obviously, this is how I thought it would play out. And you, obviously, with your rating, you thought it shouldn't have played out like that. So I got 1 on Lesnar. You got none with Cena.
What did I bet on it?
3.
Oh, that's not good. It's not good.
Not good. Only 5 matches. Not good. Number 3.
Not good. All right.
Over under on number of suplexes. On my spreadsheet, I don't actually have what the number of the over under was. I think it was either 5.5 or 6.5.
I think it was 6.5.
I think it was 6.5 too. But there were only 2. He only gave
doesn't matter then.
2 Germans. So we both bet the over, and we both got 0.
Yeah, never would have bet more F5s than Germans. It's nasty one too. And then he got picked up and tossed.
Yeah.
Next match was the Usos versus the Vision. Breaker and Reed. Let's do our rating.
Ooh, crisp number. Not so confident on this one, are you?
3, 2, 1. Bleacher Report gave the Cena match a C. I don't remember if I specified that. Yeah, I did specify that. And they gave this one a B. So a little bit higher. They're always more generous than we are. Top moments and takeaways from Bleacher Report. The Usos entered the arena to their old theme music, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Drawing a predictably big ovation from the fans. Reed and Breaker entered in matching leather jackets. Tag teams totally reek of awesomeness. The crowd was so deflated from that first match. Because when the Usos came out to their old theme music, I was like, and the crowd was like, oh. It's almost like they didn't remember that Jay's theme changed from the old one. So they heard it and they were like, why does it sound different? That's kind of what it felt like. Or maybe they were just deflated from the Cena match. I'm not sure, but they didn't immediately get the reaction that I thought they were going to get. Mm-hmm. To the point where when they got on the mic, Jimmy was like, all right, everybody, take out your cell phones. Let's show ESPN what we're all about, which fuck me. And then Jay's theme hit. And then the crowd kind of went a little bit more berserko. Just a little awkward. That whole thing. A little awkward. In the middle of the match, Jay hit Reed. No. He hit Breaker with a chair, not Reed. Which bounced back up and busted his head open.
Instant.
Really badly. Yeah, he was bleeding like a sieve. The heart. He got color the hard way, as they say. So much so that they it looked like they actually went to the finish because of it.
Yeah, I think LA Knight did call
it. Yeah, LA Knight definitely got a message from the back saying, "Whoa, tell him to go home," because he went over to Jay, said something, and then he went right over to Breaker and said something, and then the match basically finished like 20 seconds later.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they were concerned for him. at that point. The match was strong with a proper amount of chaotic tag action down the stretch. The weaponry felt unnecessary, but the rest of the action was good enough to compensate for its forced nature. I don't think the weaponry was forced. I think it was a proper way to start to raise frustration levels and raise the violence levels, because we all know this is going to War Games. That's what this is all leading to, is the Usos and probably a fourth dude versus the Vision and a fourth dude. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think with Raw this week, it's kind of coming into shape.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably going to be. I don't really know. It could be the Usos and Punk versus the Vision and LA Knight.
I think Roman's in it.
That's what I mean. The Usos, Roman, and Punk.
Oh yeah.
Versus the Vision and LA Knight. I think that to me is what makes the most sense. Which is a 4-on-4, which is interesting because they normally do 5-on-5.
Yeah, it should be.
I just don't think they have enough people. Yeah, the 5-on-5 feels more epic, but it also feels a little busy too. So I'm okay with 4-on-4, as long as it's not 3-on-3. 3-on-3 is weak for a War Games match.
Maybe Usos, Roman, Punk, and LA Knight against the Vision, Brock, and someone else.
Brock will be there. It's not a big enough PLB. He has like 3 dates a year.
It's a stadium show.
Oh,
and it's ESPN.
True. Yeah, that's true.
And we did see Brock with Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Good point. So who's the fifth guy then?
I don't know.
Unless the division finally gets its fourth male member. Interesting. But yeah, this match was fine. It did what it needed to do. It continued the story. They're still toying with LA Knight and Jay being up in arms against each other and teasing who's going to turn heel. They're definitely teasing Jay turning heel, which is interesting to me. Even when Roman came back on Raw, did you see that? Where Roman entered the ring and they kind of had like a little bit of a stare down.
Yeah.
And then they shook hands, and Jay was almost trying to convince Roman that it was okay, like everything was good. And I was like, ooh, what's happening here? Like, just don't picture them turning Jay heel, but maybe Jay wants to be a heel. Maybe he's tired of doing the yeet thing. Maybe he just wants to get out of that. Who knows?
I mean, Jimmy said he's kind of reminding him of
Roman,
of how Roman used to be.
Yeah, like it's weird, right? It's like, this is the kind of stuff I like what the WWE does, and they did this a lot in those 2 years where they just dominated, and that's planting seeds, and options where there's like, oh, they could go this way, they could go that way. That's what they need to be doing. So I'm a big fan of that.
And that is one thing that set Seth up for a lot of good, because they've kept options open for him. There's always Punk, Jay, Cody,
which they're kind of toying with right now.
With Crown Jewel and champion versus champion.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't really like about this match is LA Knight really didn't need to be there.
There was no point to have LA Knight. No.
Like, I understand the concept of having him in the match, bringing in this level of chaos because of Jay and the Vision. Like, they're all... Nobody likes LA Knight right now in that scenario except for Jimmy. But him being there didn't change anything.
I mean, they basically brought him in as a ref to be able to make it a no DQ match.
Yeah, that's true. And also to keep him involved in the story.
Yeah.
So that was a little disappointing. But I mean, it was fine. It was fine.
You know what? It was an okay match.
Would I give it a 6?
Yes, you gave it a 6.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stay there.
All right. You're not gonna counter the 1 and go up to a 7 with it?
I was thinking about going to a 7, but yeah, I can't.
All right.
Can't do it.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. Hence why I kept it a 5.
That's fair. All right. Predictions.
There we go. So I remember saying in our prediction show that the Vision needed a win on the show. And I thought this was going to be the win. Mm-hmm. And you also thought they were going to get the win too. So we both bet 2 on it, and we both got it.
Yeah. There was too much against the Usos in this match between LA Knight and him not getting along with Jay and the Vision needing a win. I was like, there just doesn't seem like there's much of a way that they could lose again.
Yep. As far as the bonus question, the typical Usos and Braun Breaker question: who was going to hit the first spear? I remember you had the idea that it was going to be Braun first, and then another person.
Yeah, it was going to be a setup.
Yeah, it would be a setup. I thought it was going to be Jay. It didn't go exactly how you planned it, but you did end up getting the question right. So you did get the Braun.
Yeah, I said Braun, right?
Yeah, you said Braun.
Cool. All right, let's move on to the Women's World Championship. Io Sky versus Vakir for the vacant Women's World Championship.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Wow, 2 9s in one day. What's going on?
I changed mine to an 8. I changed the 9 to an 8 earlier.
So you went back and forth? You went 9, 8, and then 9?
Which one? Soul? The match earlier?
One. The other one you went to an 8.
Yeah.
You lowered it. Right.
Yes.
All right. Let's do Bleacher Report here. They gave it an A, which is a 9.
Yep.
Basically. Top moments, takeaways. Io Sky selling her knee in this match was nothing short of spectacular and set up the finish nicely. Chef's kiss.
Yep.
Io's just so good. It is not a stretch to suggest that women's wrestling has carried WWE in 2025, and that was the case. And that was the case 3 matches into Wrestlepalooza as well. This was the best match on the card to this point, with another extraordinary showing from Sky and a performance from Vakir that demonstrates why the company was so quick to push her as hard as they did.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought this was a great match. This is one of those matches where I had a cap on it of 8 because there was no build. And it was 2 faces going against each other because they really had to scramble because of the Naomi situation. So I really couldn't see it being more than an 8 because there was no real emotional investment for me. I wasn't pulling for either one of them. I was pulling for both of them.
Yeah.
So either way, it was going to be good, and either way, I was going to be happy with who won. So an 8 was kind of just the max that I could think about giving it. We haven't been talking about our max ceilings. I don't know if we wrote any of those down.
I didn't. Usos and Vision had a cap of 7. You had a cap of 6.
Okay.
I didn't write down the Cena Lesnar, but I probably would have put mine at about 8 or 9.
Yeah, mine probably would have been about an 8.
And the only other one I wrote one down on was Cody and Drew.
Okay. Yeah, no, this was a great match. These two can wrestle their ass off. It was the best it possibly could have been with the scenario that they were given. And Vakir winning was not super surprising, but felt like the right move. I still think Vakir needs to work on her facial expression to get me to care about her a little bit more. She's a freaking amazing talent in the ring. She's super smart. She gets the psychology. Her entrance is really good. Her entrance is okay, actually. She kind of reminds me of Orange Cassidy. When she walks in and you know how she poses at the entranceway. All she does is this.
Which is a little smirk like that.
You don't do little things in wrestling. You got to.
Sometimes when the woman does the little things like that, it does something for you.
Does something for you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. All right. Sol Ruka.
Jada. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I still think she needs a little bit of work, but she's so good. Do I think she's better than Sol Ruka?
Ooh, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't think she's better than Sol Ruka. I think Sol Ruka's better.
Did you hear the CVV interview with Stephanie last week?
I think I watched some highlights from it. Yeah,
it was really good. I listened to it during work yesterday. It was really good.
Chris Van Vliet's interviews with wrestlers are just I don't know, man. How he hasn't been hired by WWE at this point, I'm not entirely sure.
He was hired by. He did appear on a
AEW.
couple of Dynamite episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he left though. Yeah, I think he quit, if I remember correctly.
I think they just didn't use him.
Yeah. He had a video on it. I haven't watched it though. But yeah, it's kind of baffling. The only reason I can possibly think of that they haven't hired him is because he's so good and gives them such good publicity.
Yeah.
So they're like, leave him out there. He's doing great.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's fantastic.
Back to this match. This match was great. I gave it a 9 because I guess kind of what I thought was going to happen didn't. It ended up being a match just one-on-one with no outside interference, nobody else involved. The way that a title match like that really should be.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, not many holes at all that I could find.
No, it was so good.
That took me away from it at all.
No. Yeah, I was glued to the TV for this match. And the teases of the Devil's Kiss and Io not letting her do it. And the crowd started to turn on Io because Becky couldn't get the Devil's Kiss in. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. There was a crossface at one point. Don't see that very often.
And that flipping dragon whip.
I was just about to.
Holy crap, that thing. Every time I see that. I don't know how that doesn't tear up a knee every single time she does it.
She's so safe with it. And Io knows how to take it. And seemingly everyone knows how to take it really well. It just looks, you're right, it looks absolutely gory.
Just disgusting.
Yeah. So good.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Io's amazing. Vakir's so good. Yeah, it was great. And now we get Vakir and Tiffany at Crown Jewel, which we'll talk about next week.
And we'll end up
Io is off with Rhea and
Io and Rhea against Asuka and Kairi.
Kabuki. I just like saying Kabuki.
Kabuki.
Anything else we want to talk about with this one?
Nope. Hopefully they'll have some contenders built up for Stephanie to have good matches.
Yeah, after Crown Jewel. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like who she would face after Crown Jewel. And I know they teased Rhea, but my brain's starting to... That
does not need to be at Survivor Series.
No, my brain is telling me they're going to wait for WrestleMania on that one. I think that'll be a Mania match. Or Royal Rumble, maybe. And I think Vakir will win. I don't think Rhea will win that.
I don't know. I kind of thought Stephanie was going to win the Rumble and have a title match at Mania for a title.
Well, I mean, she could lose her title before Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble's still months away. So, all right, let's do predictions.
Predictions. I guess my better judgment was that I thought Stephanie was going to win. I didn't think, and I know I had mentioned it, I wasn't sure Stephanie winning was the right call. Didn't think she really should have won on her first try. And like I just said, I thought her winning the Rumble and then winning a title at WrestleMania would have been bigger and better for her. But nevertheless, I still picked Stephanie to win for 3.
Ooh.
So I thought that was a safer bet. And you picked her for 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm hanging in there.
You're hanging in.
Maybe. I think I'm just hanging into the same position I've been in for a while. I don't think I'm gaining. All right. Bonus question.
At WrestlePalooza, would we see an Asuka and Io split?
We did not.
We did not. So it was completely
clean.
No outside interference. Yeah, we did on Raw a couple days later, but we did not. We both thought there would be. So that bonus question was a wash. So you gained another point. You're probably up by about 14 now.
Oh, yeah. Stop building my false confidence.
Where'd your drink at?
Oh, it's still here. It's almost empty. Actually, it is empty. There's like a little dribble in the bottom.
Good for you.
Yeah. I don't drink for those who are watching. That's
I don't either.
probably my
I chug.
sixth drink in like 5 years, probably.
I chug. I don't drink.
Yeah. All right, next match was Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus CM Punk and AJ Lee.
This is a tale of two different matches for me.
Yeah, me too. Its highs are high and its lows are low. Well, it doesn't have too many lows. It has one big low. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see if I'm right about the low, because I don't know if I am. We'll see.
All right.
Go with your gut. Go with your gut, TJ. Let's go with it.
Hold on.
Ready?
Nope. Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, look at that. Two crisp numbers. Bleacher Report gave it a B+, because of course. Top moments and takeaways. Michael Cole noted that lots of people are calling Lynch the best women's wrestler in WWE history. That's not true. Only Bleacher Report did. CM Punk sported a jacket that read AJ's husband. Thought that was pretty awesome. Also, I'm glad that the men came out and then the women's team chimed in. That way I didn't have to hear Seth's bullshit theme song for too much longer. This was a ton of fun. Will it win Match of the Year nominations? No, but it never had to. It delivered the entertaining husband-wife spots that we expected, shone a bright light on Lee in her first match in 10 years, put her over the always selfless Lynch, and let the babyfaces celebrate. It was everything it needed to be with a hot crowd that loved every minute of it. Yeah, so the match itself was good. There were some awesome spots. AJ looked pretty good. Didn't really have any botches except for one missed Black Widow, which I don't know if it was on purpose or not, because if it was on purpose,
I think that alcohol is hitting you.
Oh, interesting. I thought she was really okay. Hold on. There was one part that she really botched, which I'll get to in a second.
Okay.
But she went for the Black Widow, but like kind of fell off of Lynch, and then eventually got it back on. And I can't be certain if that was a botch or if that was on purpose. If it was on purpose, it looked good. If it was a botch, she saved it from looking bad. So I'm okay with that, because when you question if it was a botch, they did their job right in masking it, you know. But I have a feeling the thing that you are going to criticize is the next thing I'm going to bring up, which is the windmill punches.
Yes.
What the fuck was she thinking?
Yeah.
That was Divas era bullshit.
Yes.
What was how did that, like, you have to you know that Punk and AJ got in the ring together and trained before this match.
Yeah.
There's no way the windmill punches came up in that. And if they did, the fuck were you thinking? That looked so terrible.
And they were just completely open hand, like slaps like that. Yeah.
It was awful. That was awful. I agree. The rest of the stuff was good though. She did really well. No botches. But yeah, those windmill punches were just like, what the hell are you doing? She did it on the ground too. She did it to her in the corner, and then when she was on the ground, she was like, no, that doesn't look good. Don't do it. Don't ever do that again, AJ.
Yeah.
You're so much better than that. You can throw a punch. I'm sorry. Just like fucking lay it in, you know. I know you're skinny, but you could still lay a punch in. Becky's skinnier than you are, really. Like, she's thin. There was a brutal table spot near the end of the match where I think it was somebody, let's see, I think Punk had, I think, Lynch up, or was it Seth on the table?
Seth. Yeah, it was
Seth up on the table.
Punk were up on the table.
And Becky threw AJ into Punk.
Yeah.
Right? And the landing was brutal looking. AJ especially, she ended up like balance beaming on the edge of the table as it was falling. It looked brutal.
Yeah.
Just nasty, which made it that much more of a good sell. Yeah, I thought it was really good. But the biggest problem with the match, and I need you to do some stat checking for me on this one.
Okay.
But this match was way too long. How long was it? And was it the longest match of the night? That's what I want to know. Because it felt like the longest match of the night. And if I'm right, it was too long.
29 minutes to 18 seconds.
Oh, okay. Was that the longest match of the night?
Yes. The next longest was 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
Stephanie and Io.
What were you thinking giving this 29 minutes? You crazy bastards. Yeah, it was way too long. That early stretch of like all the, I gotta tag you, I gotta like, I get that that's like wrestling 101 of like build up to the hot tag kind of thing, but holy shit, you guys took way too. You could have shaved off 9 minutes of that, and they would have been way better. It was just way too long. Getting to the point where things started to unravel, I was just like falling asleep. I'm like, come on, guys. We want to see AJ in the match. That's the whole point. Half this match should not include AJ. Like, it was brutal. Way too long.
Yeah.
Which is why I lowered mine to a 6. I would have probably given it an 8 if it wasn't so long. It was just way too long. Like, why was this match out of all of them given the most time? It's just, and not even like slightly more time than the second one. Way more time.
I mean, that was probably the most anticipated match of the night.
Yeah. I'm actually a little surprised this wasn't the main event or the Cena match. Like, this should have probably been the main event in hindsight, but, you only know so much, right? Yeah. Way too long. But it was good for what it was. It was just way too long. And we still got... Well, what's Punk doing now? Is he doing anything? Did he do anything on Raw?
I don't think he's shown up since.
No. Yeah, because Rollins has moved on to Cody.
Yeah.
And Becky's basically avoiding AJ, essentially. And going after, like, Maxine Dupree and shit. Which is... It's inevitable that AJ will face Becky. We never thought about that. What if they do an intergender War Games match?
That would be interesting.
Yeah, with AJ on one side and Becky on the other. I don't know how that would work, but maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm glad we talked about the windmill. That was so bad.
Yeah, that was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
The majority of the match was kind of what we thought it would. Punk and Seth going after each other, them carrying the main part of the match, and then finally the women getting the hot tag and them having their cat fight or their fight, whatever. Becky really carried that. AJ was probably about the same as what she was, which was my concern. Probably about as good as she was 10 years ago during the Divas era against the likes of Nikki Bella and Candice Michelle and all those other people. Not against this, 2025 Becky Lynch and the other people that are, the other women that are waiting for her for matches. I just don't think she has advanced any, whereas everybody else has. It'll just be...
Except for Nikki.
Yeah. Which, surprisingly, she has not shown up at all since SummerSlam.
Who? Nikki?
Nikki, yeah.
Oh, no, she's been in backstage segments constantly.
Oh, has she?
Yeah, she interacts with the women back there, and...
Oh, okay.
It's just there for reasons.
Yeah.
I don't really know. She talks to Rhea. She talks to Asuka.
Oh, okay.
She talked to Lyra. She's always talking to somebody.
Okay. I mean, let her talk. She has a podcast. She can talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see in a regular wrestling match how she does against this generation's women's roster. Yeah.
I'm actually wondering if AJ might be a limited date wrestler, just like Lesnar. We'll see.
I think should be more. I think should be more along the lines of what Punk is as far as wrestling matches. It'll be, mainly PLEs. But I think she, she'll be on TV regularly, just not, her matches will mainly be on PLEs, would be my guess.
Yeah, I think she'll probably be back after Crown Jewel.
Yeah. Chrome Jewel?
Yeah. Chrome Jewel.
I'm
drunk. No, I'm not drunk. Not even close. Predictions. We have one match to go before we find out
No, not
I'm
all
still
out.
champion.
Not No Mercy, Wrestlepalooza. Here we go. For some reason, you weren't too sure on this one. This was my second most. So I got 4 and you got 1.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I feel like that's the nail right there. You just took away some of my momentum. I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. I'm going to lose my title.
All right. So we kind of need to confirm an answer on this one. The bonus question, would there be man on woman physicality?
Well, yeah, there definitely was, I would say.
Okay. The one that kind of sticks out in my mind was, I think AJ was in the corner acting like, building up like she was going to spear or attack Becky on the other side. And Seth from the outside pulled her feet back and she took a face bump.
I think there was also a point in the ring where Seth put AJ on his shoulders or something like that. Or maybe it was had Becky up on his shoulders for a GTS. Something like that happened. He didn't actually hit it.
He didn't actually hit it. So I didn't necessarily count that. But the one that I really would have counted would be the one in the corner where Seth pulled her down.
Yeah.
So
I would say there was.
Okay.
It definitely wasn't like they weren't fighting.
Yeah, I mean,
but there was definitely
like
some.
It definitely wasn't a punch in the face or like a finisher or anything.
Or no.
But it was something
which
like
I'm a little surprised. I thought we were gonna get like a GTS to Becky or something like that.
Did you?
But yeah, I thought. Oh, maybe I didn't.
Maybe you didn't.
Right now, I thought I was, but maybe back then.
Yeah, maybe when we did the predictions.
What did I say? Oh,
you said no, and I said yes. Now I thought we might get a stomp or a whatever else from Seth.
Ooh, a stomp on AJ.
Yeah. I thought
Damn.
Now we did get a stomp from dark. Becky to Punk, I think.
Yeah.
We got woman on man stomp, but not. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. They might be saving it for another time too, because this was just kind of the first bout. It might happen later, especially if they're doing that War Games match.
Yeah.
You know what? I can totally see if they do the War Games match, because they are so against the men on women violence. I can see them sort of covering that up with like Punk putting Becky through a table. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, he didn't hit her. He just
put her through a table.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't look.
The table just happened to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, some sort of like situation like that where they'll kerfluffle it. Yeah. All right. Final match. Which surprisingly was Cody and Drew for the WWE Championship. Let's do a rating. Final rating of the night. I think about this for a second.
Thinking?
Yeah. Do I look frozen? I'm still here. Very curious what you're going to give this one. I don't have a prediction. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
All right. We're never that far off. Well, except for that first match. Bleacher Report gave it a B+ because, of course, they did. Before we get to the match, before the main event, there was an awkward segment with Stephanie McMahon and The Undertaker, where Undertaker came out to his American Badass theme, parked his bike next to where Stephanie was sitting at ringside, and like casually talked to Stephanie as if he was on a podcast and not on a show that's scripted.
On a WrestleMania level hyped.
Yeah. He was just like, hey, Steph, do you mind if I sit here?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to sit here. Like, it was just weak. And long story short, he informed her that she was being inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2026. Becoming the first modern McMahon to go into the Hall of Fame. And she seemed genuinely surprised, which was cute.
Yeah.
Because I like Stephanie. I don't like that she showed up at a certain office this week, but I do like her. And I'm happy for her. That's really cool. If any McMahon deserves to be in there, any modern McMahon deserves to be in there, it's her.
Shane.
First. Stephanie's just done so much more than Shane.
I guess.
Shane does deserve to be in there, but Stephanie's just, I mean,
No.
She was doing things before
You
Shane
know
was
who
doing
deserves
things.
to be in there.
Yeah, he won't be in there though. At least not while he's alive.
I would not be surprised if we see him before the end of the year.
Oh, like just on programming.
On programming.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I don't think he will be in the Hall of Fame as long as he's alive though.
At Cena's last match.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if he doesn't make an appearance there. That would be very strange to me if he didn't. That being said, though, I can also see them saying, you can come, but you're not going to be on camera. I can totally see that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It also depends on what Cena wants. If Cena says, I want him to have a moment, I don't think they're going to tell him no. So we'll see. That's going to be an interesting night. But we'll talk about our predictions for that night on closer to that date. Yeah, so congratulations to Steph. I'm glad there was like sort of a surprise induction here for her. It was really cute. It was still an awkward segment, but it was cute. A nice break between the tag match and the main event. Yeah, I don't know what to kind of say. I'm looking forward to her speech. I don't think I've watched a Hall of Fame ceremony since Taker went in.
I watch them all. I don't watch
used to
them
watch
live,
them all.
but
no.
Especially last year when I didn't even start until midnight.
Yeah, there just hasn't been any like big enough names for me to watch.
So
I'll have to go back and kind of look, but
would Cena go in this year? But would they put Cena and Stephanie in the same class now? So then I thought for the last, we all assume it's going to be a match, a Saturday Night's main event. But what if they turn that into a Hall of Fame induction for him? His own Hall of Fame induction.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
No. And I don't think he's going in this year. I think they'll wait and save that for.
But why? Why make him wait?
I think it's just Money in the Bank, honestly.
Oh, you think they'll do it at Money in the Bank?
No, I do think it's Money in the Bank for them. I think it's like, if we can't get a good enough roster, year X, pull out the Cena card. No. Holy shit, Cena's going into the Hall of Fame. Because I don't think they're going to do it this year. I think Stephanie's, because they normally announce the big name first.
Right.
So I think Stephanie is the star main event, so to speak, of this year's Hall of Fame. And I can't see them doing Cena next year because of where WrestleMania is. I mean, inducting Cena in Saudi, ugh. Like I'll puke, if that's the case. What would be really cool is if WrestleMania ended up in Boston at some point. That would be when to do it.
I don't know.
But we know that's probably not going to be up for a while because Indianapolis is getting a WrestleMania at some point after Saudi.
New Orleans has to.
In New Orleans, yeah. So, I don't know, man. A little strange.
Very.
But, congrats to Steph. Well deserved.
Yep.
All right. Top moments and takeaways. McIntyre and Rhodes have great chemistry, and this was a strong main event match. It was no frills until late, which brought the grade down a bit, but it was the latest strong main event from the American Nightmare. I don't know about that. The question is how McIntyre recovers from this. It is likely not the end of the program, but he's a guy who continues to get looks but is never booked to actually win the main event, which ultimately hurts his credibility in that spot. Barrett questioning the referee's positioning on the roll-up and his role in McIntyre crashing into the table holds no water because ultimately the challenger was the architect of both of those injustices. He will cry and moan to get another title shot, but eventually he has to win to be taken seriously.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was my problem with the match is, how do you not feel horrible for McIntyre at this point? He gets the shaft more than shaft.
I know.
Like,
he's always there, but he just never gets it.
It's crazy. Like, this man is so talented. He's so good. A, give him a new theme song because I'm so sick of his theme song. It sucks. And B, give him a fucking title run. Please?
Yeah.
Like, we were talking about surprises, by the way, before we started talking about Wrestlepalooza. Now, Triple H said there was going to be lots of surprises. There was one surprise the whole night. And that's Stephanie McMahon going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Was there a surprise in the Lesnar Cena match? Was there a surprise in Io and Vaquer? No. Was there a surprise in the Usos and the Vision?
No.
Nope.
Well, unless you count Jay busting his face open.
Yeah, not a planned surprise, that's for sure. Was there a surprise in the AJ tag match? No.
No.
Was there a surprise in this one? No.
No.
I thought going into this match that McIntyre was going to win because of what Triple H said, that there's going to be a lot of surprises. I was like, oh, fuck. There's been no surprises except for Stephanie going into the Hall of Fame. Surely, this is the match with the surprise, and McIntyre's gonna win.
I thought we might get a debut, a return, or something. Something big in the main event.
Yeah, I'm like, you saved this for the main event, which had about the same build as the EO and Vaquer match, because Cody's been away filming a Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And then we just get a match, and then the ref costs McIntyre the match, basically, by getting in the fucking way. I'm just so sick of seeing McIntyre get shafted. I'm just so tired of it.
And I'm just so tired of Cody.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I'm actually getting to that point now, too, where I'm just like, can we stop protecting him like he's fucking, like, mint gold? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, he's good. I'm not saying he's bad, but he doesn't need to be champion right now. He just doesn't. It's so frustrating. What did I give this match, a 5? Yeah. I mean, and that's what it was. It was average.
A 5.
It was fine. It was fine because nobody believed that Drew was going to win. And then the ending was like, oh, okay, so once again, Drew gets screwed. That's his whole life story at this point, is Drew gets screwed. All right, let's put this out of its misery.
All right, predictions. Cody just won it at SummerSlam 2 months ago, and we didn't think he was going to be losing it. So we were both most confident on this one. We both put a 5.
Got a wash.
Bonus question: who was going to hit their first finisher, Crossroads or Claymore?
I don't know who got it first.
It was Cody. I got that one. You picked Drew for the Claymore. And that is the end of Wrestlepalooza. Oh my God.
Let's do the rating. I'm very curious. The big question is, will AEW beat NXT and Wrestlepalooza WWE? Which I think would be for the first time.
We'll go blue. Do you remember what your No Mercy was?
8-3 or something like that.
Yeah. And your All Out was 6.1. I had 6 for All Out, and I had 6.8 for NXT in the middle for me, and yours was the lowest, carried by that 1.
I couldn't give that thing anything other than a 1. Like, it was just garbage to me. So it's official. For the first time, AEW has been rated higher by one of us for the first time since our show started. Wow. It happened, ladies and gentlemen.
It did.
It's not infallible.
No, and their booking last few months has the quality of the matches has not carried the booking.
No. And that's the thing,
on the
right?
PLEs.
It's like
lately.
That's totally the thing to remember, is that I at least take the booking into consideration for the ratings, and I just, it's not good, man. It's not good.
If I don't do it for AEW, then I shouldn't do it for WWE.
Fair.
So that's
okay though. That gives viewers who watch the show two completely different perspectives and opinions. I'm totally cool with that, as long as each of us are consistent in our own stuff.
All right.
Oh man,
are you ready?
Is he tallying? God, I'm holding on tight. This is going to be either a slaughter or it's going to be real close.
All right. So since All Out was on a previous episode, I will just give the results for All Out first. All Out.
I'm scared.
The score for All Out: 10 matches plus bonus questions, multiple bonus questions for one of the matches. You look worried.
Yes, I am. I'm not. I don't think I did very well. Oh God!
That's just for All Out.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Okay. You are 11 points up. I suspect I am screwed. Oh, my God. I think it's a slaughter, guys.
All right. Then we did No Mercy. You want the good news? You outscored me on No Mercy.
What?
You did.
Holy cramoly. That's your show. What happened?
What did happen?
I don't know. Although AEW is your show, too.
Ethan Page, you put 6 on him.
Yeah, that.
Okay. I just need to confirm one thing real quick. Later, and
My buddy's watching right now, and he's like, "You're fucked."
is he? All right.
Yeah, he's still.
So, All Out, 55-44 me. NXT No Mercy, you beat me 9-8.
Oh, by only 1 point. No.
Your winner and new. I beat you on Wrestlepalooza 17-13. Your winner and new. Wrestling Wrenaissance predictions champion by a score of 80-66.
Wow.
Cole, okay. The championship
I don't know
has
what
come
happened.
back.
I don't know what happened. That's the biggest gap we've ever had. That's crazy. I got demolished. Obliterated. Well deserved. That's wow.
Yes.
Wow. Well, congratulations, sir. Good
Thank
Lord.
you. Thank you. I fought hard and I fought long for this. It's been months.
Yeah. I held that title for.
You did. The longest.
I can't. I don't remember. We should keep track of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Colt 2K. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I am at Cole2K on BlueSky and X.
Forget my rigmarole at this point. I'm so distraught. You can email us at co.op.podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server. Link is in the description, where you can find myself, Colt2K, Sim31, AgroCon, who does our music, and so many other folks chatting about wrestling, chatting about video games, all good stuff. Come join the fun. It's
New
good
members
times.
this week, I saw.
Yeah, we have 3 new members this week.
Yeah.
It's an exclusive club. You can't just walk in. There is an application process. It's very short. Takes like 20 seconds, but it's just to filter out bots and crazy people.
It takes almost as long as a WWE speed match.
Yeah, indeed. Cole.
Yes, sir.
Cole 2 belts.
Cole 2 belts. Just like so.
Take us out.
Yes. All right. That does it for Wrestlepalooza and No Mercy. Recap. History was made. I finally managed to beat TJ for the predictions title. Took me long enough, right? Guess even a broken clock is right twice a day. I will enjoy the spotlight because we all know TJ is already plotting his comeback. We'll catch you next time on Wrestling Renaissance. Same show, new champ, and way too much trash talk. Keep the Renaissance alive.